welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin. Thank you for joining our live stream today. A lot going on the market. Bitcoin had a massive flash crash last night. We'll look at the charts in a little bit. And on that note, I think we have a lot of new people in the market who are quite scared of the volatility that exists within the crypto space. And today we're going to take a look a little bit at the news. We're going to look at some charts, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Jupiter exchange, and we will talk about how I determine kind of midterm profit-taking strategies, not because what you need to understand if you're going to play around in the crypto markets is you must have a plan to constantly be taking new profits. It's extremely important in this space. So before we get into all the details, please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell, share this video right now with anyone who would benefit, and check out dadsdefispace.org, our new articles, altcoin reviews, and DeFi strategies. We appreciate each of your support. We're about at 300 subscribers, so don't forget to smash that like button, and let's get to it. But before we get into all the details today, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency markets, if we will. All right, so Bitcoin's market cap just over the last night went all the way down to $3.38 trillion. And already we're back up at $3.47 trillion, which is quite a hefty amount. Bitcoin went all the way down around 99K region, and now we're all the way back up at 102 like nothing happened. So here in a minute, we're going to be discussing why did this happen in the first place. But let's also take a look at fear and greed, which is setting at 55. That is neutral, and we are slowly ticking our way back towards Bitcoin season, but we were in the neutral zone still, closer to, well, not really closer to either of them. We're about the same distance from Bitcoin and altcoins. So there you go. Now, oh gosh, my screen share is not working very well. Hold on. I'm gonna do some flip-flopping of screens. There we go. And we are almost back. All right. We are ready. Okay, so there we go. All right, that should be better. Before we take a look at any more market stuff, I want to just take a look at price action. Altcoins were bleeding earlier this morning, but many of them have rebounded at this time. I'm going to tell you one that was terrible for me. So you know that we've talked a lot about AIXBT, especially if you're a part of dadsdefispace.org. This is a virtual agent on the virtual protocol. Basically, it took a nosedive from 57 cents all the way down to 47 cents. This isn't one of the charts I plan on looking at today, but it did present a opportunistic buying opportunity for many many of the AI agent plays. But on this note, not all altcoins were down today. If we take a quick look at the news, and I want to show you this real quick. Solana, a DEX aggregator on Solana that we really like on this channel, Jupiter. I use this exchange a lot. They announced at Istanbul a 50% buyback and moonshot acquisition. Jupiter has been raking in the fees, and when people heard this, the price of Jupiter jumped 40%. Now, We did not get to take advantage of the pump because most of my Jupiter is still locked, although I was unlocking some because I'm probably not gonna sell out my Jupiter, but I am gonna put some to work in a liquidity position, large range that is gonna kind of work as a dollar cost out strategy for me. Anyway, that'll come from a later video. So this is extremely bullish for the Solana ecosystem and the Jupiter DEX. I'm bullish. This is where people go to trade. And when retail comes into the market, the Jupiter DEX aggregator is going to be able to take a huge chunk of that market share. And the fact that they are locking tokens and burning tokens, but this buyback is going to do nothing but push the price up. So over the next months, they are going to do a $3 billion buyback of their own cryptocurrency using 50% of the fees coming in as people use the protocol. I don't know what else I could say to make you more bullish on that project. Now, next, I wanted to take a look and talk about why the crash. I took advantage of a little bit of this crash. Recently, we sold out of some of our, or it's not sold out, excuse me. We deleveraged some of our lending positions. Well, I took that mostly into stablecoin, and when ETH dropped, I was able to pick up a nice chunk of ETH. Thank you, Aave. Thank you, education, because you've got to understand what's going to come next in the market, reading the charts, looking at sentiment, and many other indicators, which we are going to look at some of that a little bit later in the video, so please stay with us today. Real quickly though, I wanted to go over to our Twitter, and I wanted to look at, and this was our post last night on 100K, but hold on one second. I wanted to make anyone on the stream and my channel subscribers, anybody who comes to this video in the near future, I wanted to make you aware of this promotional. It's only good for about another 48 hours. I think it ends midnight tomorrow night. And hold on. Here we go. So Blowfin, who is a partner with the channel, is offering $30 for anybody who signs up as a new user. They'll put a $50 credit in your futures account. So if you've considered or you are already trading futures or spot, or you enjoy copy trading, because I got that too, then please use our link below, help support the channel. You can also qualify for around $5,000 of USDT rewards, but the deposit, excuse me, I said that backwards. You deposit $51, it has to be over 50, and you will get a $30 bonus. I said that backwards, I apologize. But anyway, it's only good for another 2 days. I will not talk about it after that, but that's that. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yesterday, everybody went to sleep in the Western Hemisphere, on our side of the world, let's say. And when they woke up, we woke up to pre-market stocks getting crushed. Crypto traders were liquidated for, oh my God, like almost $1 billion. This is why we have to be very careful when we play leverage, have our stop loss put into place, and never, in my opinion, use much more than maybe 4 to 5x leverage. That you don't play around, or you're gonna get your ass handed to you. Okay, so why did the market drop? Well, this Chinese company by the name of DeepSeek spooked the tech markets. We saw humongous drops in all your crypto stocks. You saw huge drops in the big tech companies. And that was because DeepSeek has made a quicker, cheaper large language model ChatGPT rival. And this scared the public immensely. In fact, some of the cryptos that took the biggest hit were your AI and your AI agent platform cryptos, which I know we have talked about a lot on this channel. But if you have conviction, then those become the buying opportunities. If you look down here, it's crazy because when this event occurred and all the folks started selling, and don't think that whales don't take advantage of events like this, 975 million in 24 hours, right? When this article came out, Bitcoin was trading at $99,789, and I think we scared retail a little bit. I don't think they're used to the volatility that Bitcoin brings to the table. But with big volatility comes great rewards. So that is something to consider. All right. What I would like to look at now, let's talk about why might Bitcoin rebounded so quickly. So earlier today, this was said by Jim Cramer. Could there be the end? The end. And I think he's referring to the end of crypto. Really? There's a website out there, I don't have it linked in the description or anything, that documents every time Bitcoin has died. And it has died a lot. But yet it still lives on. Just something to think about. Okay. All right. I want to thin this out a little bit, and we're going to take another look at the altcoin market. I'm going to talk about a couple of these coins before we get into the charts and talk about profit taking strategies. First and foremost, you had a few that ended up in the green today. Most of the coins that are on Sway, Deep has been performing excellent. I took some of my Deep position, put that into Sway Lend. That one has not been performing quite as well as I would like, but it's still performing okay for me. We've still been providing liquidity on the Trump and Sol pool within Orca on, Solana. That coin has taken a huge dump, but hey, we don't care. We're earning fees, and I am quite okay with the price ranges in, and we'll ladder out as the price goes back up. Again, thank you, UIG. Strategies like that I learned there. And if you're interested in joining something, a private DeFi group like the UIG, please use our link below, 20% off your first month. And if you tell them you came from our channel, Dad's DeFi Space, Kevin, then you get 50, I get 50, everyone's happy. Come find me over there at the Underdog Investment Group. But back to some of the altcoins. I did last night during the beginning, I guess this was a little pre-crash. I picked up some Nisana, a little bit of Render, just because that is something I'm farming. Well, not farming, but providing liquidity for on Orca. And I have a few altcoins that I've been watching. Okay, most of what I've laddered into over the last few days have been Supra token, which is a new layer 1 blockchain. I suppose it's Solana killer, but we'll see. And a few other coins, but I'm keeping an eye on some other AI narrative plays, especially Griffin on Solana and Cerebro, which is a very interesting project, but I think some of that will come out at a later date. I'm also planning on making a video on Mode. I'm kind of interested in that project, but I don't feel comfortable discussing too much about it yet because I do want to do some more research before that time. Anyway, with this part of the video, I want to get into some of our profit-taking strategies. First, you gotta have a good set of indicators to be a part of your plan. See, crypto is an emotional roller coaster. And if you don't have a plan in place during the depths of the bear and during the mania of the top of the bull, then the market is going to take your gains back from you. That's why I think it's very important to create a ladder out strategy. And today I wanted to share a little. Sorry, we're having connection issues here. All right, we're back online. I apologize there. Don't really know what's going on, but we're having some internet issues. So please let me know in the chat if you could hear. That would be very, very beneficial to me. This would also be a good time that if there's any charts you would like to look at, you let me know. And let's get back to our discussion. Okay? Let's get back to our discussion. All right, there we go. So we were talking Bitcoin indicators. All right, so there are many Bitcoin indicators that can be beneficial in this market. All traders, all investors need a good kind of grasp on what they're going to look at to determine when to ladder out of the market. One of the first and foremost things that I like to look at is kind of social sentiment. And there is one thing in particular that I think does this extremely well, and that is making sure you see when the crypto apps start being the top apps on the App Store, right? When Coinbase gets in the top 5, Crypto.com is in the top 5, Kraken's in the top 5. It doesn't matter. When you start seeing all those apps kicking up the charts on the app stores, then you know that retail is coming into the market. All right. The next thing I wanted to look at is indicators on a web page. It used to be called lookintobitcoin.com, but they sold out. It's now Bitcoin Pro Magazine. Today, we're going to look at a couple. This is a different one. It's not one that I used last cycle. I wish I would have. But this is the 200-week moving average heat map. And what this indicator basically does, it allows you to monitor kind of the deviation from the 200-week moving average. When this deviation gets a lot more, meaning the color becomes closer to the red, the market is getting extremely overheated. And if you look over the last year or so, right, what do you notice? We've basically been having some connection issues again. This is crazy. Third time.